Warmest welcome to Thursday's edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. Leading this bulletin, President Nangolo Mbumba has acknowledged that the political landscape in the country has become increasingly competitive. This, he said, is evident from the rise of new political parties that are challenging long-established parties such as the ruling SWAPO party and SWANU of Namibia.
If the leader and leaders of that party really aspire to go to parliament, it is a requirement that we start already behaving like people who one day will be there to make laws for the whole country. Not for some, but for all. It is also there that you cannot make laws in parliament while you are fighting in the street. It just does not work that way. And therefore, that's why we emphasize on the unity of the country, bigger than the unity within our own parties, that stability benefit everybody, that whoever come to power must come through the ballot box. We are living now in the neighborhood that is tough. Things are not easy. It's not the usual only SWAPO and SWANU thing. We have some other younger parties that are aiming to win elections. So, as I said before, we should be the one to set the examples.
Well, SWAPO is not, it's not much younger than we really are. But thank you for the invitation. It is true that, of course, this is an election year, and the responsibility to make sure that our elections are held in a peaceful environment, and that all our people, to the extent that they can, are allowed by law to participate. It's a responsibility that all of us, of course, have.
Still with the presidency, President Nangolo Mbumba has called on Namibians to embrace their national culture and heritage, as it is an important tool for augmenting social cohesion, peace and unity. Mbumba made the remarks during the official opening of the 3rd Ehawo Cultural Expo on Wednesday, stating globally there is a growing understanding that culture and heritage increasingly play an important role in nation building.
Mbumba made the remarks during the official opening of the 3rd Ehawo Cultural Expo on Wednesday. He said there is a growing understanding globally that culture and heritage increasingly play an important role in nation building by combating marginalization and fostering inclusivity, and economically by producing creative output, employment and generating tax. He further indicated that culture has proven to be effective in improving the overall well-being and health of cultural participants as well as consumers. Mbumba said it is through initiatives like the Ehawo Cultural Expo that we can proudly declare Okahao as the home of rich heritage. The head of state added that it is essential for the youth to understand and appreciate where they come from. Sylvia Hashondali reporting for Primetime News.
Moving on to news from the Xaras region. Keetmanshoop Mayor MacDonald Hanse has urged pensioners in the southern town to register for the social electricity tariff. Hanse made this appeal in an exclusive interview with our Xaras region-based correspondent Suzette Chutaura on Wednesday.
The tariff aims to reduce electricity costs for pensioners, as they will be buying the first 50 electricity units at $1.71 compared to $2.18 paid by residents at the town. After the 50 units, pensioners will pay $2.65 compared to the $2.70 paid by the rest of the public. In an interview with Nampa on Wednesday, Hanse said the municipality is targeting the registration of at least 2,000 pensioners to benefit from the social tariff and it has this far registered 150 pensioners.
The Namibia Statistics Agency, or NSA, has announced that it will undertake the Namibia Household Income and Expenditure Survey for the 2025-2026 period. The 12-month period exercise will start with a pilot survey that will run from 30 September until 18 October 2024, NSA Statistician General Alex Shumafeni said on Wednesday. Andreas Thomas brings us this report.
He said the main fieldwork for the Namibia Household Income and Expenditure Survey will run from 17 March 2025 until 17 March 2026. The survey is a household-based survey designed to collect data on household incomes and expenditure patterns. Shumafeni explained this comprehensive survey is instrumental in calculating poverty indicators at both household and individual levels. He added that the Namibia Household Income and Expenditure Survey also serves as a crucial statistical framework for compiling the national basket items for the compilation of price indices used in the calculation of inflation, a key economic indicator. It forms the basis for updating prices and rebasing of both national accounts and the Consumer Price Index. The survey will cover all 14 regions, and a representative sample of 10,368 households will be selected through a two-stage sampling procedure. Shumafeni noted that the NSA has allocated 43 million Namibian dollars for the pilot survey, logistics, training, and other related costs. For the 2025-2026 and 2026-2027 financial years, the government will avail 50 million Namibian dollars for the NSA to conduct the 2025-26 Namibia Household Income and Expenditure Survey. The agency will further recruit around 171 temporary staff members, who will include team supervisors and enumerators for the main fieldwork. For the pilot survey, Shumafeni said the NSA will recruit 24 field staff this year, and for next year, a total of 147 field workers will be recruited for 12 months. It will be the first survey to be conducted since the last exercise in 2015-2016, which Shumafeni said was due to budgetary constraints. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Stay tuned for your top roundup with the business segment thereafter. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your premier source for all things business related. Leading our business news, the governor of the Erongo region, Neville Andre Itope, received the Best African Governor Award at the 9th African Business Leadership Awards in London in the United Kingdom last week. The awards are organized by African Leadership Magazine, a pan-African media platform established in 2010, which showcases the best of Africa to a global audience. Isabel Bento has more on this report.
It's an award that is hosted by the African Leadership Magazine. It is a magazine funded and owned by Africans. And it is rightfully so that an African magazine will celebrate African leaders. A Western media will celebrate Western leaders. And it is that rightful reason that also us as Namibians, we must also celebrate our own heroes. We must celebrate our own leaders. And also we must ensure that indeed, as Africa, we have the opportunity to strive and to be the Africa that we want. And exactly, if we don't talk about our success stories, who will tell our success stories to the world? And exactly, why we have the platforms such as this one, which I was very much humbled to be part of. And I'm also really, of course, in the statement, I will explain some of the things, but it is, we did not, when we received the nomination, we did not believe it to be true. We had to make some investigation. But when we went there, the platform, the magnitude of that really was very humbling to us. And it realized that really, as Namibia, we are at a very high level in the world.
In other financial news, the Namibia Financial Institutions Supervisory Authority, or NAMFISA, held a groundbreaking ceremony on Wednesday for the construction of its new multi-million-dollar headquarters on Independence Avenue in the capital. The 10-story building, with a budget of 236.8 million Namibian dollars, will be constructed by a joint venture between Adaptive Building Land Constructions and China State Construction Engineering Corporation. Andreas Thomas filed this story.
NAMFISA's Chief Executive Officer, Kenneth Matamola, while speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony, said building new headquarters shows growth and future vision. He further said the new office space is designed to foster collaboration, enhance productivity, and streamline NAMFISA's operations. Matamola further said by investing in modern infrastructure, NAMFISA is ensuring that the team has the tools and environment needed to deliver on the Institute's mandate more effectively and efficiently. He said the new office building will consist of 4 floors dedicated to parking and 6 floors designated for office spaces. According to the NAMFISA Act of 2001, the authority is responsible for overseeing financial institutions and financial services, as well as providing advice to the Minister of Finance regarding non-banking financial institutions. Matamola further remarked that to ensure the successful execution of NAMFISA's mandate, NAMFISA requires a conducive environment to operate from, namely, office premises that are fit for purpose, adding that new headquarters will be a beacon of stability and progress, reflecting NAMFISA's dedication to safeguarding the interests of consumers and investors and maintaining the integrity of the financial system while remaining financially sustainable. Konjani Ambinga reporting for Primetime News.
That concludes tonight's top segment. We now bring you tomorrow's countrywide weather conditions, followed by a roundup of the latest economic news. Welcome to Sport Planet, the segment dedicated to all things sporting action. We commence with Formula One news. A week after ranting on the team radio in Budapest, Max Verstappen heads to the Belgian Grand Prix with a warning to take nothing for granted and advised by Red Bull to give up late-night simulation racing during race weekends. The series leader and three-time world champion departed Hungary in a petulant mood after finishing a frustrated fifth, swearing on team radio and in post-race interviews having gone to bed at 3 a.m. before the race. It was his and Red Bull's third consecutive race without a win, and he will need to deliver a more composed and professional performance on his preferred circuit on Sunday to avoid extending his winless run to 4 for the first time since 2020. Another defeat and his commanding supremacy of the past, he won 19 out of 22 races last year, will be forgotten. Now the latest in the world of tennis. Novak Djokovic says he has high expectations as he chases an elusive Olympic gold medal with his confidence unshaken despite a poor year by his stellar standards. The 24-time Grand Slam champion has not won a single title this season, losing in straight sets to Carlos Alcaraz in the Wimbledon final earlier this month. He returns to Roland Garros for a fifth Olympics, attempting to improve on the bronze he earned on his debut at the 2008 Beijing Games. The Serbian world number 2 faces a mouth-watering clash with Rafael Nadal if both players win their opening matches. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. This concludes your Thursday's edition of Primetime News. Many thanks for tuning in. A reminder to follow the on-screen prompts and subscribe to the Nampa TV platform to stay updated on developments shaping the global village. On behalf of myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the dedicated crew behind the scenes, it's good night.